นี่ค่ะนี่รถสเต็ปนะคะ
ระวังนะหน้าค่ำลงไปเลย
ใช่อ๋อลงเรือเขาพามาลงเรือนะคะตอนนี้พามาลงเรือรอบแม่น้ำค่ะนี่มาเลยกระบวนการเราหม่อมอุบลรัตน์พาเที่ยวนะคะ อยู่วังเหมือนกันค่ะวังกะเร วังกะเรนิวซีแลนด์นะคะนี่น้องลิซ่าค่ะ อันนี้ผู้ช่วยหม่อมนะคะ
ขึ้นหม่อม
ผู้ช่วยหม่อม
อันนี้หม่อมแมมนะไม่ใช่หม่อม
อันนี้คือเลขานะคะเลขาหม่อม
ไม่ใช่หม่อมชื่อหม่อมแมม
ชื่อหม่อมแบมระวังสเต็ปนะ
เข้าไปเรือปักเข้า
อันนี้ก็คือองคลักษ์หม่อมนะคะ องคลักษ์มีองคลักษ์ระดับมหาเศรษฐีจะเอาขนาดนี้เนี่ยฮัลโหลโอ้เฮียโอเคโอเคนี่คุณองคลักษ์บอกว่าให้นั่งข้างนอกค่ะคุณองคลักษ์บอกให้นั่งข้างนอกค่ะเขาเลยนั่ง
Not the only one, but it's the main one because it passed through Florence, and at the mouth is where we are now. I mean, in a minute we're gonna arrive. Now we are in the center of Pisa, and you may see that it's completely different from what you have saw in the Miracle Square. That's why I mentioned it before. It's nice to see the city center. Now, the city center of Pisa is a very well preserved medieval city center. You wonder if the war came in here? Yes, there was the Second World War, of course, in this town. They bombed mainly the bridges, so all the bridges along the river are new, compared to the old bridge, for example, in Florence. That's why it's the oldest bridge we got in the river. And the building too are still here, luckily, because the town that was bombed heavily was my hometown, because it was a port town. The war came to Pisa, but it was not so heavy, let's say. And now, the medieval town of Pisa was the one that they start to build by enrolling it into the town walls. When I talk about medieval, I'm talking about those 300 years is between the 10th and the 1300s, okay? This is when the main town developed. And in Pisa, to allow more people to live protected by the town walls, because otherwise outside they would have been killed by a Saracen, they start to build tower houses. So imagine 8 towers but used as a house. There's nothing there. That's the right answer. There's nothing there. Because there used to be a building of a man called Conte Ugolino della Gherardesca. For some of you who has read Dante Alighieri in his life, no, I don't know. Conte Ugolino sold the town as they regained their freedom, and this man was still in town. So they practically locked him and the entire family, all the branches now, second, third cousins, everyone. It's called the Abundance Statue. Has been made by Da Vinci. Not the one you know, Leonardo, but the nephew of Leonardo. He died too young, and those used to have a medieval taste like the one we just left. Now they're a bit more modern. Modern in the sense that that square is of the 1200s, while those ones, they've been remade in the 1800s, so 600 years of difference. The aim was the same, even those 2 squares used to have markets. A butcher market to your left-hand side, or right-hand side, and a fish market on the other side. And that has been transformed, I told you, in the 1800s, because a lot of poets start to be attracted by the town, so the town itself needed to be clean a little bit, you know, fish market and butcher markets, and underneath it, you got also one of the first cafes opened by the Jewish community in Pisa too, coming always from Spain, and then you have a cafe and a cinema. So the area was pretty alive in the 1800s. I told you, if you read the poet like Lord Byron, P.B. Shelley, a lot of poets during the Romanticism used to come here, and they found this town more romantic than Venice. Maybe they were crazy? Well, of course, mid of the 1800s, he decided to paint it in blue, and it remained like that, a beautiful tone. And again, to your left-hand side, you start to see the tower houses. what I've meant before.
Exactly.
You see the
Not
traces
really bad.
left by the tower, so you got the stripes, those lines and the arches above it. So those are traces left by the old tower
Right,
houses. Still to my left hand side, let's say. Again, you got other tower houses. The soil was a problematic one in here too. So you got the arch in the middle. There used to be one arch in the ground just to keep the towers separated. To your right hand side, you got the ugliest restoring work probably ever made in Italy, because these used to be the royal house. In fact, it's called Museo Nazionale di Palazzo Reale, so it used to be the royal palace.